Hi, this is Carl, and welcome back to Carl's Corner. And today I just wanted to talk about Victor Gyokeres and the potential signing to either Arsenal or Manchester United. As an Arsenal fan, I do want him to play for Arsenal. I think he's exactly what we need, and I think he's probably exactly the player that Manchester United needs as well. If we go right here. Uh, Reports in Victor Gyokeres has not chosen Manchester United yet, but the club has a chance if they win the Europa League and get into the Champions League. Okay, this is potentially a problem, okay? Because it's kind of been a one horse race for Arsenal and Gyokeres for the last couple of months and weeks since Berta has kind of come in and seems to have changed the strategy of what we need in the summer transfer window. And as I said before, Eucharist is exactly what we need. I think me as well as a lot of others in the fan base are getting extremely excited about the potential of signing him. I think uh, he can be the guy that help us get us across the line. You know what I'm saying? And he hasn't been getting much interest from other big clubs because a lot of other big clubs already have a striker. Manchester City, they already have um Erling Haaland, Real Madrid already has Mbappe, and actually Liverpool should probably be in for him, but they haven't been looking into him. They've been looking more into Delap or Sesko, and they've been strongly linked with Isaac more than us. So he's kind of it seemed like we had a free run at him, but it seems like that's not the case anymore. United has kind of thrown their hat into the mix, and from a extremely logical output of where both our clubs are at the moment, I should not be worried about Manchester United coming in for Victor Gyökeres. He's 26 years old. He wants to play Champions League, and he's at. This is probably 26, I'd say, when you really start your prime as an athlete in multiple sports, including football. And his next signing is probably going to be the biggest signing that he's going to get in his career because it's probably going to be a 4, 5, 6 year contract, and it's going to bleed into his 30s. And so his next signing is going to be his prime. I think Arsenal is more attractive than Manchester United at the moment. I think we are at least, yeah, we're at the cusp of doing something. We've been challenging for the league. We've been making deeper and deeper runs in the Champions League. Our core is young, and we've just been more consistent. We haven't won anything, but we've just been way more consistent than Manchester United. Even though they've won some of the cup competitions, they won the Carabao Cup last year, and they won the FA Cup last year, and they won the Carabao Cup the year before that, and they have the potential to win the Europa League this year. That'd be three trophies on the bounce if they win the Europa and get Champions League. I think their league form has been dropping consistently, and they currently sit 16th in the league, I'm pretty sure. And their entire structure seems to be not working. Their managers are failing, and they seem to be floundering. It doesn't seem like, objectively speaking, the United project just does not look as attractive as the Arsenal project if you had to choose between both of the clubs. My only worry is that for some reason, Manchester United seems to get things over the line. They seem to just attract players, and they seem to be able to bail themselves out of crap situations. You know, Manchester United always says, but we're United every time you try to argue with them, and they kind of have a point. They have a little bit of a point because of the legacy of the club, and they've been the winningest club in kind of in recent, well, not recent, but like one of the winningest clubs in England. Liverpool's kind of taken that off them. That so me personally, I am worried about United potentially hijacking this, especially because of their manager. He worked with Eucharist before, and that relationship can be something that could sway in his direction. But I think for pure footballing reasons, without any sort of emotion attached, I think Eucharist would choose Arsenal. The only thing that would make him choose United over Arsenal is his relationship with their manager and the idea of maybe playing for Manchester United and taking them back into a challenging position. My only problem with that is that if Victor Gyokeres would, if every even if everything were to work out for Victor Gyokeres moving to Manchester United, by the time they get back to a point where they're really, really going to be challenging for the Premier League and Champions Leagues, he's going to be exiting his prime, in my opinion. Maybe he helps fast track that, and so he's 28, 29, and they're challenging. But if you're Eucharist, is that a bet you're willing to? Are you willing to bet your career on Manchester United? I know I wouldn't. I would come to Arsenal. Come on, boy. You're following Declan Rice. Just come home. Come to Arsenal so we can win some champs. Alright, that's it. If you like the video, please like it. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe, and I'll see you later.